Hi everybody, my name is Philip, and the last time I was here or I was making a video, it was 3 years ago. So I decided that it's time to make another video, and a lot of things changed. First of all, I hope that you noticed I'm speaking in English. I'm in Slovakian English, but I'm doing my best. Why I decided to speak English is I think that you can attract more people to watch your content, and I think everybody should be speaking the same language so we can interact with each other and we don't have to have this barrier between each other. And also, I'm drifter, or I'm trying to be drifter, and I didn't know that if you're a drifter, you need to be also the monkey who is attracting the sponsors, the people, and so on. And I think Slovakia is too small for it, and I want to go abroad. So that's why I choose English language to speak with each other. And I also look at, of course, the other influencers and other people who are making the videos, making the content. And I personally believe that it's better if you are speaking English, because frankly, everybody can understand each other. And also, maybe you noticed that I am in different garage that I was before. Of course, if you saw my last videos, I rented this garage from Buki Royal, from Boris. I really very much thank him, because he made this opportunity for me. And this opportunity made me to finish my car. Again, if you watched my last videos, maybe you saw that it was unfinished. I was doing it for 4 years, and it was taking a lot of time. So this opportunity to have a new garage, a big garage, my own garage, made me finish my car, and also made me move myself a little bit, because if you are alone in your garage, you can you can grow as a person, you can grow as a car builder, and so on. So that's what helped me a lot. Also, this video shouldn't be just about me speaking. I also want to put there some action and also speak about my car, which is really finally finished after 4 years. You cannot believe how much stress and how much money and how much energy I put into that car. I was really thinking about selling the car, because it was so much pressure from all the sides, when the car will be finished, when it will be driving, and also for me that I had really depression, because I was not doing what I love, what I really adore to do, which is drifting. So I'm very happy that it's finished. Last time that you saw on the video, it was just a bare shell. It was, I think, freshly painted. Now it's really in the movable state, and I really tried it. And that's what I wanted to show you and speak with you about, that I finished it, I moved it, and it was pretty good from the beginning, which I'm very happy about, that it was not a fiasco, that the car didn't start to burn down, or the engine didn't die, or something like that. So it was very good. I wanted to speak about that. I finished the car. It took a long time, because the guys were making the electricity, the wiring, for half a year almost. I had a car with Johnny, with my friend from Univel. He was making stuff, for a long time. Everything is taking so long if you cannot do it for yourself. And really, if I have to say the truth, don't do it. Don't start building your own car. Just buy it. Just take the engine out. Just look at if everything is okay, and start with something that is already prepared. And maybe do some of your little changes and save your time to build a car, because it's really pain in the ass. Of course, if you have ability to weld, to spray, to do all of this stuff, kudos to you. You can of course do it, but it's very hard. I'm really thinking if I should again in my life build something like that, because it's really taking the energy, taking money, taking everything that you have in your life. But of course, if you have this in your mind, it changes very fastly. If you sit in the car, turn on the engine and start drifting with it, because at the time you forget about everything. So of course it got some pluses and some minuses. If you are down on one side, then you feel like you are on the Mount Everest if you are really starting the car and moving with it, and you have in your mind that you did it, you did everything. Maybe you can be scared about it also, because the bolt that it's there somewhere that you forgot to tighten, but it's another story. But yeah, I had this feeling when we were going for a test to our local airport. For my surprise, it went very well. Really, the car was behaving as it should, let's say. But of course, before I never had this powerful engine. By the way, it's 550 horsepower and 750 Newton meters. So it's like double the power that I had before. Before I had E63 M3 with S54, which is the best engine in the world, but it got just only 360 horsepower, so it was something else. So there was a lot to get used to. I needed to get used to of course, the tires. I'm using 265s. The suspension, the powertrain, everything. It's turbo engine. Before I had atmospheric engine, so it was turbo engine. So you have some luck, you know, everything, the suspension size, the sheer size of the car, because the car is, I had before E36, it's like a go-kart, you know, and now the M6, it's a very big car. So we went to the airport, everything went well, tried to get used to it, find some tips and tricks and how to do it. But of course the alignment wasn't the best, so I was fighting a little bit with the car. But when I looked from, it was a very good test. So I did just the little changes. I set up the alignment, moved a little bit the Ackerman, and I said to myself that, okay, let's try and go for normal practice somewhere on the track, you know. We went to the Helsinki, which is like a Togi course, there's a rally or rally sprint, let's say, where we went to try the car, because I said to myself that, okay, let's go, let's try the car in the racing environment and we will see what will happen, because your head is working differently when it's like this. So we went there to Helsinki to have a race. Everything looked okay, everything was good from the start. But after, like, I don't know, 500 meters or something like that, the car stopped, because I wanted to use the handbrake and the foot brake also at the same time. And the whole car stopped, the full brakes locked up, and I couldn't move the car. So I said to myself, okay, this is fucked up. This is what I need to change on the car. But I proceeded around, I continued, and then the water broke. The water started rushing out from my cooler. I mean, not from my cooler, but from my expansion tank, which was a very big problem. So I was fighting with the car. As you can see on the picture, the water is leaking from my expansion tank. And it was my stupidity, because I used this expansion tank, and it was just the homemade expansion tank for, I think it was dedicated for Mitsubishi Lancer Evo. So it was stupid because it cannot hold any pressure. So all my runs on Helsinki were shitty. I couldn't concentrate on the speed what I am doing, on the angle what I am doing, because of course I was drifting there. So I was out with my mind, and we did only, I think, 2 laps, and then I said to myself, okay, I'm not trying to kill the engine here with overheating, and we will go home. But I think you need to look at it the way that it was good test, because only that way you will find out that what is wrong on the car. You will never find it out on the airport. So I came back to the garage and I started changing the stuff. I changed the expansion tank, what was the problematic on the back. I redo the alignment again, and I said to myself again that we need to practice again and try the car again to see if it's really worth it, if everything is okay. And then it was good that the Maria Poch has the last event, which was the practice day. So we went there and we tested the car properly. I think it's a big switch, but we changed the environment and we changed the country, because now we are in the Hungary, Maria Poch. With the M6, I did a small change to the problem, which was on the Helsinki, which was the water container. Let's go and I will show you. I changed it for a stock M3 container, which was used in the car before, I mean with the engine. So on the small test on the airfield, it was looking very good, the temperatures and the pressure and everything. So we will see how it will be behaving here on the track. There are some damp conditions, so you can see that it's wet, it's dry, it's different. Some places there is a But again, the tests went very well. I changed the expansion tank for the original, what should be there, the M3, F80 M3 expansion tank, and the car was working perfectly. It was not overheating, water was not spraying like you saw on the photo. So it was very good and I enjoyed it. And for the first time that I sat into the car, I said to myself that yes, it's working exactly like I wanted to, and I really enjoyed it. Except Johnny's little crash that he had, but nothing major happened. He repaired it, we bought the new radiator, the Hungarians are perfect. They came, we solved the problem, they bring the radiator, we changed it, and we were having fun all the way until the practice finished. So again, the car was working flawlessly, everything. I was checking the car on my OBD reader, you know, on the Premier Link, where you can see the pressures and everything. I was constantly just checking it if nothing is happening, because of course I was scared, it's a new engine for me, that what if something will happen, you never know. But everything was going good, even the alignment was good. I was drifting on the 3rd gear, little clutch kicks, trying different lines, going closer to the wall and so on, so I can feel the car and try to connect with it. And it was very good. So after we came home, I just checked the car, cleaned the car, checked the bolts, of course, if nothing is loosened. and everything was perfect. And then I had opportunity again to go to Trinets, to Drift King. Lukáš, DJ Lucky Boy, called me to go there, which I thank him more than I can even say that I had possibility to do that. So I take the guys from the race shop, of course. I took my girlfriend and we went to the Trinet. First laps were very good. There was one thing that I didn't like. They moved the start line, which was perfect. I love to do the crazy entries. The more speed, the better. But the problem was that the first clipping point was on the same spot that it was last time when the starting line was moved a little bit further. So when you want to catch it, like fully went there, you really need to do the big angle, like almost backwards, which you can see on the video. You saw that I went there almost backwards and then do the whole lap. And what I noticed there, I didn't notice it on the Mario approach, I don't know why, but I noticed it there that the car is pretty long. So if you want to move, if you want to fit into the tight circuit like is there on the Trinet, you really need to work with the car. So I had some problems. Maybe I went with the fronts on the curb, maybe I went with the rears on the curb, but trying to do my best. And then in the qualification, the car did it again, what I told you. The brakes locked up, I had full lockup with the front and with the rears. So if you maybe have an idea what could be causing this problem, you can write it down in the comments. So I fucked up my qualification run, I over rotated it, I spun out, so it was terrible. And I said to myself, okay, fuck it, I will take out the brake booster. I disconnected it, so the car was not braking at all, or it was braking, but you need to really press the brake pedal to make it brake. So I went to the second qualification round. It was good, it was better, but I was still fighting with the brakes. But I qualified, I think, on the 29th place, which was good for me, and I really enjoyed it. At the night, we tried to fix the problem. I noticed that there is a problem with the hydraulic handbrake master cylinder. They changed, but it didn't solve the problem. The second day we started on the wet track because it was raining from the morning and it was also freezing, so it was terrible conditions. But fortunately I bought the F-Power tires, which were very good from the front. They were super soft, or I think wet series or something like that. So they were super soft. I was really surprised because before I had the zesty nose. And if you heat them up, they are working good, but those tires, even without the heating, were working very good on the wet surface. So I didn't have to worry about the fronts. I was just going lap after lap to try to get the skill in this car, because it's really not easy to manage it. And it went pretty good. Then I had the battle with a young guy, very skillful driver, with a very light car, and he beat my ass. But it's not the problem, it was my first race, and I was also there to find the limits of the car, or maybe find my limits with that car. And it went very well, really. Maybe I destroyed a little bit of the rear of the car in the practice runs, but only that way you will find where is your ass, you know, because I am used to my practice car, which is E36 compact, and it's a big difference between those cars. You have behind you there is like 6 meters of the car. So I found the limits. I destroyed the rear of the car, which you can see on the pictures here, but nothing major. The car is made from carbon Kevlar, so it's pretty lightweight, it's flexible, nothing happened. We'll fix it, put it back together, and we can drift again. So basically that was all what was happening between those 3 years that I wasn't on the YouTube, and I hope that you will like the content that I will bring into you, because I want to really start to bring more to the YouTube, to show how I'm living, what we are doing. I'm a big part of the race shop, so maybe show you guys how the race shop is working, show how the M6 is working. If you have any questions, if you want to know more what was done to the car, what is going on, what will be changed and so on, don't hesitate and write it into the comments, or speak with me on the Instagram or somewhere. We can get in touch. So I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you on the next video.